Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Serious Steppa podcast. As you can probably see, we have a special guest today. There is not just me and Drew. We also have PCA natural British classic champ
Oh,
Gabe. How you
Yeah,
doing, Gabe?
Gabe. I'm good, mate. How are you guys?
We're all
good,
good. We're all
good,
good. Drew,
we're
how are
good.
you, mate?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the off season,
Why are
enjoying
you Why
growing.
are you sitting in the dark? Let's cover that
Ah,
first.
yeah. So I'm just a floating head because I'm currently having work done in my kitchen, and they're fucking about a little bit with the electricity. So I'm on my hotspot on my laptop, and I have no lights in my bedroom right now. So we got to run
Yeah.
with it. We just got to run with it.
No, it's commitment to the cause, mate. Because this
That's it. I'm
we're
still
actually getting
here.
this podcast out a little bit later than usual because I've been up in London, so we didn't get the usual Thursday release date. But yeah, thanks, Gabe, for coming on. Our first ever special guest on the podcast,
Yeah.
which is cool. And
No worries, guys.
what a guy to start it with.
How many
Um,
people did you go to before you came to me? That's the question I have for you guys.
oh, mate,
Like five.
You were
Yeah,
last resort, mate.
like five or
That's really.
six,
I
was it?
thought so. I thought. To be fair, five's not
Scraping the
bad.
barrel, mate.
Five's not bad.
Scraping the barrel.
I was expecting more than that.
Scraping the barrel. But no, I thought it'd be really cool to get you on, mate, because obviously we got like fairly like close during prep, and obviously I would say we have quite like contrasting personality traits, but obviously we got like quite close within the prep, and obviously with the PCA Naturals, I was actually staying with you as well in the
Yeah.
Airbnb, which was really cool. So we got to know each other quite well then. And I think it would just be. I've got a bunch of questions that I want to ask you personally. Um, there is some questions that we got from the poll that I put up as well, so we'll just cover those. But firstly, mate, obviously, congratulations on like your season. You had a very very good season.
Yeah.
No placings outside of the top three. Am I right?
Yeah. Did 4 shows. Well, I did a post on it today actually. Funnily enough, didn't place us have a top three. That's kind of a goal me and Tim set out for myself at the start of. Well, when I signed up to him, really. I mean, when I signed up to him, it was just kind of. Well, if I go way, way, way back, sorry, this might turn to a little
Yeah.
ramble,
Yeah.
but
Start from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did you
Yeah.
sign
How
up with
long? How
Squad
long have we
do
been
do you
working
want to start
together?
What's the whole
from
process,
the whole bodybuilding, the very start of me getting into
mate?
bodybuilding?
Mate,
Let's
start
Right,
from
have
the
it.
womb if
let's
you want.
let's
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 have it.
go. So let's go. So do you remember some guy called Joel Davies, Gymshark guy?
Yeah.
So I watched his very first prep. Drew is tweaking right now on my screen.
Drew's got that Mirtha Wi-Fi. Don't worry about it.
Shit. My
So the
bad.
very start of my bodybuilding journey, I guess, was literally tuning into his prep series on YouTube. At the time, he was coached by Christian, and I was just kind of getting into a gym. Well, I got into a gym in lockdown from my dad, who has like a little home gym setup. So I was bored out of my mind. Just started lifting weights. Then really, and then as lockdown lifted, I stayed doing the home workouts, and then I had this internship in Leeds with a big like recruitment firm doing marketing with them in my second year of uni, and that's when I kind of got into bodybuilding. Um, got into the videos that Joel Davies was making with Christian. Inquired of Christian for coaching. The price he offered me was ridiculous to say the least.
Yeah.
And I was
Okay.
like,
You got to
well,
say it now. You got to say it
No,
now.
you can't disclose that. You can't disclose that.
no, I mean I've been told like I think in all fairness to him, I mean he's a sound guy. In all fairness to him, like I think he was super busy, and at that point, seeing someone like me inquire, looking at my shitty like fitness Instagram page of time, it was like, right, there's no way this guy's coming on board with the team unless I'm like getting a holiday out of him, type thing.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense because I mean, like he was so busy at the time with all this influx of clients from the prep series, which was doing really well. Like, I mean, I would do the exact same thing, but I flat out couldn't afford that. How much he was asking, and then soon after that, he actually joined up with Tim and Tom Taylor for, what was it called? Coach. It was still coached by Christian, I think. And I inquired of Tim.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a while ago now.
Yeah, I inquired of Tim all the way back then. We had a conversation. I just decided at the time financially coaching wasn't for me, and I was more than happy doing self-coaching. But Tim was always in the back of my mind, and we still kept in contact. And then around a year and a bit later, I'd finished university. I'd kind of said to Tim, right, when I come back from travelling with my girlfriend after third year, I will sign up with you and we'll go into a bodybuilding prep. Now, before that, the goal was kind of junior bodybuilding. And as we kind of progressed through the off-season, it became more and more apparent that we were suited to classic. Very much had like the classic shape, the classic fullness, the classic lines. So that's when we kind of set our sights on doing the natural classic shows and maybe potentially a junior show as well, which we actually ended up not doing. But there was various reasons for that. Just like with peaking and stuff wouldn't have made sense. And when we decided to go into classic, we were looking at like the standard in the UK, and he just said to me basically, we don't want to finish outside the top 3 really. We want to really be pushing for those top spots, and we went and did exactly that. So that's a very long story of answering the question of it. Didn't place outside the top 3. Could have just said that.
Cool.
Yeah, well, no, mate. It's good to know the background and get some context behind the whole thing. So, how old are you now?
I'm 22 years old. So
22. Okay.
Could have still done juniors. Could do juniors next year still. But I won't.
You could actually do juniors.
Don't worry, guys.
I'm going to ask you about like your off season and stuff a little bit later on. So you went traveling. When you were away traveling with your missus, how long were you away for? And were you like training when you were out there, or? Yeah,
I've got some funny stories actually about. So I went to Bali with my girlfriend for a whole month, and that coincided with. Do you know Josh Connolly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Airbnb with him. He tagged me.
Of course. Yeah, of course. So that coincided.
My ass crack, mate.
That coincides with him and his missus being in Bali. And me and Josh had already been talking a little bit at this point. Obviously, he's got an amazing physique, like ridiculous rig, crazy. And we, one morning, just were up at like 5 a.m, went to the gym together on these mopeds, trained there. And then I saw his missus there, and we were like, right, we have to go to the water park. I'll take my girlfriend as well. And we all kind of became friends doing that. But I kind of drifted away from the question. I did train in Bali, yes, but I was very much like trying to stay on plan. But realistically, looking back, and this is something I would completely do differently, I would have not tried to stay on plan at all. I would have just literally lived my life. I think I tried to take it too seriously in the sense that I was, missing doing things with my girlfriend. I'll never get back to train. And
was this before you were with Tim?
Before I was with Tim as well. I'd already said to Tim that I'll be joining you, and we had things put in place to like start when I got back. But
so
in
you
hindsight,
were self-coached, and you were still keeping yourself on plan even in Bali.
Yeah. I mean, like it's
fucking play.
I mean, it wasn't completely on plan. Don't get me wrong, mate. I had a pizza delivered to the house on a grab bike every now and then. Had a bit of sushi. Had a cookie, a dang cookie. If you don't know, get to know. Unreal. But like, I've always been mate, you should get to that. If they're seriously fucking good, like, I'd get a flight back there and I'll just have some more. Fuck it.
Oh yeah.
I'll
book a flight now.
Let's sack this off. Let's go. No, but I think looking back, I would have done things differently and just tried to. You can probably gather from me if you speak to me for a little bit. I love bodybuilding, but bodybuilding is not me as a person. I'm a lot more than just a bodybuilder. And that sounds really like wankery. And I think it's kind of been hard to like kind of be in the industry now where everyone is such like, you got every 16-year-old living like JP. And that's kind of a norm. And I actually don't want to live like that, really. I mean, I love bodybuilding. Don't get me wrong, I train hard. I do everything to a T. But when it's time to kind of like live those other aspects of my life, I wear a different hat, and it's kind of a hat I wish I wore in Bali to a bigger extent. Made some more memories. And I did make amazing memories. I did so many amazing things. I wasn't like in the gym every day. I was only going like 3-4 times a week. But over there, it's like getting to a gym as a whole couple hours of travel, getting a bike back, taxi.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're missing a little. No, mate, go for it. Sorry, I'm waffling.
But, yeah, I was looking into Bali and like Canggu specifically.
Yeah.
And like apparently like just to like get from like the Airbnbs to the gyms and stuff, like it's all just like a bit of like a faff. Is that the case?
So like I mean, it depends what season you're going, but like you'll be sat in standstill traffic, and then the police will come out and they'll start like shouting at you, and you'll be like, "What's going on? I don't know what you're saying," and you'll be sat there just like, "Do I turn around?" Then they're sending you down a side street, and you're like, "Well, that's not where my Airbnb is. There's a rice field." And like, now you're in a rice field.
And like, it's just what you want, mate.
Just well, in the off season, rice field carb, it's good stuff.
Stock up, like.
Yeah, but so I went travelling there, then came back, then joined up with Tim, and then went straight into an off season. Then basically.
And what year? And so when you started with Tim, how long was that? So, 2 years.
Yeah. One sec. I'll find out exactly when it was. I can find the exact date.
I'm just going to share my screen.
Was
show
about
the people that are watching. Show the people that are watching on YouTube. Kind of caliber the guy we're rocking with right now. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Classic.
Oh man, classic physique over it. It was around August 2024.
Okay.
I started with Tim.
Oh, so not terribly long then.
No, it's been a bit over a year now, but started with Tim, went straight into an off season, and then we did a pre-prep around December, and then just kind of held weight from kind of February time, I think it was, until prep, which started in April.
Nice, lovely. Well, we've got a pretty good like background on yourself there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through. I've got a couple of questions from the poll that I put up that I was going to ask, and then I've got my own questions because I wanted to kind of like dive a bit deeper into your kind of mentality on things and kind of see how you look at things a little bit more, because I think you're quite a fascinating individual. Same way as you probably think I'm quite fascinating.
It's one way to put it, mate. Yeah, it's one way.
Yeah. Like I think you've just got you've got a really cool like perspective on life. So it'd be really cool to see how you answer these questions that I've got. But yeah, we'll answer the ones that I've got on the poll first. And to be honest, a lot of the questions are aimed at like all three of us, so we'll all kind of take turns to answer them. I think one of them might be solely asked towards you, Gabe. But I think we can.
Can I make a prediction on what it is? Can I make a prediction on what it is? Is it how to say my last name?
It's not. But Drew was questioning.
Yeah, Drew, mate. Guess what? Like the PCA announcer got it spot on. That's the first time in my life anyone's ever got it. It was like, basically, I'm half German. So my last name is German. So it's Niger.
Can I? Wait.
Terrible last name.
Niger?
Be very careful.
Niger.
Yeah,
mate. Terrible last name.
You got it right then. Ed got it right on his story, innit?
No, he got it terribly wrong.
Oh,
I said Niger.
Yeah, awful. It's a tough one, mate.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, it gets
techie. It's a touchy one.
I've got many stories, mate. We won't get into them on this podcast, but I've got many a story.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Wouldn't be the brightest idea to get into those on the podcast.
Speed run, getting the podcast cancelled. Right. So, first question is, what percentage of this prep was spent looking at whey flavors? So
Who's
I
that
think
from?
we can all kind of answer this. This was from Megaton.
Of course it fucking is. Brilliant.
Should we go in an order? And then we'll just repeat that order for all the questions. We'll go
Yeah,
Ed,
yeah.
Gabe,
Gabe.
please, yeah?
Gabe,
do that.
you take it away. Go Gabe, Drew, and then
Yeah,
I'll go
on.
last.
Go on.
Alright. To be fair, mate, a big percentage was like, if you could look at my screen time, it would probably be majorly allocated to Dolphin Fitness, I'll be real. On my break,
Facts.
I'm checking Naughty Boy. Have they dropped something new? Of course they fucking haven't. I've checked every hour.
Yeah.
No, and I'd be ordering, I'd be thinking, right, and I'd be having, I think I've put more effort into assessing what flavour of whey would be best in oats and cream of ice than I did at uni. And that's just worrying. Like, ChatGPT was
real.
getting pulled up. I was asking him, would this go well in oats? Is there any reviews somewhere that I haven't found? He's whipping out all the stops for me, telling me some customers have found that it's a bit bitty. Some have said it's too sweet. Well, I like things too sweet, so I'm on fucking 0 calories. So I've gone for that one.
Yeah, ChatGPT doesn't understand.
It's rocked up, and it mixes like fucking cat piss. So then I've had to go and mix it at this tiny ratio, and I've only got a little bit of whey paste. So as a tangent, but yeah, as you can tell, far too much time has been spent looking at whey paste rather than actually prepping. That's why I came third, not first.
Same with you, Drew?
Yeah, pretty much the same. What I will say is I'm so glad that ABP didn't open their shop till I was finished in prep, because I would have went in there and just spent peas every time, being surrounded by all that. It's just different when it's there in front of you.
Where you live?
About 7 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine walking in there trenches and just seeing all that around you? Wouldn't have been good.
Yeah. So, did anyone else do so? Dolphin Fitness was my weakness, and you know where they get you? They get you on the fucking stupid multi-buy discount they give you.
It's not even a
You love
discount.
that multi-buy. You love
Mate,
that
I rinsed that multi-buy discount. I was getting cream of rice packets for 11 quid, mate, because I was buying 8 packets at a time. Mate, it was fucking stupid. But I found I would add I'd go on a tangent, and I'd be adding £300 worth of supplements into my basket, and I'd be so close to pressing order, and I'd have to check myself. I'm like, I don't need any more supplements.
Bro,
I have plenty of cream of rice.
There was times where you would message me and it's just nearly spent 300 quid on Dolphin, but then I realised I don't actually need anything.
Bro,
you want that dopamine though, innit? You want that dopamine hit.
It is bad.
It's fucking nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And I'm still in that phase now.
Same.
I need to stop myself fairly often from splashing £100 here on cream of rice. There's flavours of cream of rice I want to try that I haven't yet, and I'm I don't need I need to remind myself I don't need to buy it now. I can just buy it in a couple months. But then I'm but it won't taste as good then because I won't cook. So I kind of want to experience it while I've still got an eating disorder, you know.
Yeah.
So I've spent a big percentage looking at whey flavors. I think we all have. I think everyone does in prep, to be honest. So yeah, that's the answer to that one.
The only people who don't are 16-year-olds with no muscle mass who are so locked in they don't do anything else but fucking train to failure and wear fucking gas and don't do anything that affects their digestion. So
Facts. Right, next one is from Kian Evans Edge Coaching.
Yeah, he's from up by me. He is.
Oh, is he? Cool. He's a Valley's boy. Is he?
He's a Valley's boy.
Well, Kian asks, Yohimbine, did any of you use it, and if so, did you find it useful? So I'll answer first because I know that I personally have never and didn't use it during the prep. I don't know if Tim utilises it at all, Gabe.
No, mate, we didn't bother. using it at all. It's like only really has any benefits synergistically with Clem, I think it is. So we didn't really see any point putting it in.
Yeah, like it's such like a not even a 1% thing for a natty, unless it's using synergy with Clen, T3, and L-carnitine. Like then you get some benefit. If you were really, really struggling in a natty prep to get your heart rate up, then it might be a little bit beneficial. But unless it's used with Clen and T3, it's just kind of like minor. So no,
people
none of us
say
did.
It's better used fasted than like you have to use it fasted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really see the point either.
Gabe.
I don't really see the point either. Like, it might just be in my head, but in my head, like when it comes to them things, it's just like if I'm doing that, why don't I just do everything? And I know it's not like that. I know it's like it's a very like all or nothing way to look at it. But like I'm just very much like you're speaking to a guy who only started drinking caffeine before his cardio to get his heart rate up about 10 weeks in, and was just killing himself on the bike because he was like, oh, I don't need it. It did eventually get to the point where I did need it, and I was getting cooked. But
that's all your Himbind does really.
Yeah,
just like helps get heart rate a bit higher.
And I'm already
we are keen.
Pretty susceptible to anxiety anyway, so it's like, why add something to the mix which is going to make me more anxious?
Don't touch that shit then. Do not touch that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we adding that in? Yeah, that's turns back. No, I do not. Another very roundabout way of saying, no, I do not use it.
Yeah, but I would have if I was struggling to get my heart rate up for cardio, but I wasn't. And like, I think Finn would have said,
cardio, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You never fucking done it. But the ones of us who did do cardio, if I was struggling to get my heart rate up, I would use it. Well, I wouldn't use it now.
I don't know how I fluked that one. Like, I was broke on the whole cardio. Crazy.
To be fair, I had mine pulled like 4 weeks out from the BMBF, so I didn't do that much really. Yeah, and like I only ever got up to 90 minutes a week, I want to say.
So Gabe was hammering the cardio.
Really?
This brother was on the bike
every morning. We can get into it later, but yeah, man, I had a pretty tough time. It wasn't fun. I mean, yeah. It's why like the prep was so emotional for me. Like literally by the end of it, I was like, "We're just fucked." If I'm being real.
Yeah, no, it's such like that's what people like don't realize as well. Like the prep is so different. Like the experience of prep is so different for everyone. Even though it's the same, it's so different. Like everyone is hungry, everyone is tired, everyone is getting leaner, everyone gets cold because they have little to no body fat. But the actual experience itself can change from person to person so much. Like in terms of how much cardio you're doing, what steps you're on, what food you're on, like everything like that. Your mental state, like these are all things that are so person dependent that make every single prep unique. Like there's no one size fits all. It's not black and white.
Yeah,
so
100%.
And even then, like even if it's the same person, two different coaches could prefer two different protocols. Like one coach might like lower steps, higher food, more cardio, versus Finn's protocol for us was really, he didn't really want us doing much cardio. None at all. Just staying fresher, and he would rather bring food down a bit more than have us expending more.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because I actually had cardio in for the first week of prep, and I said to Finn, I was like, I can't really be asked to do cardio, and he just said, "All right, cool, I'll take it out then." And then we just didn't put it back in.
So just like that. If anyone's going into a prep,
if you don't want to do cardio in your prep, just say you can't be asked. But luckily, I came in really quick as well, so it like kind of went hand in hand. I'm sure if I was behind schedule, he would have given me cardio. I was always ahead of schedule, and that was kind of a detriment to me in the latter stages of prep because I was lean so early. So that kind of fucked me. But again, it's all data. It's all things you take.
All data.
Right, next question. So, I'm only going to aim this one at Gabe because me and Drew have answered this about 1,000,000 times on this podcast. It's from Finley Thornton, and it says, "Would you ever go enhanced?" I assume this is aimed only at Gabe because I'm pretty sure he himself has asked us this question before.
Sorry to diverse. Have you seen how good he looks?
Oh, bro, he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm going to train with him soon. He lives like 20 minutes from me.
Bro, he's phenomenal. I say it to Finn all the time. Like every time Finn posts a fucking update of him, I message Finn. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I know
he's
sick. Bro.
He's had the most immense post-show the improvements he's made since his prep. What was his prep early this year or was it last year?
Last year.
But he has got so much better.
Yeah,
So much better.
I know.
He's ridiculous.
I know.
But anyway, he asked you, Gabe, would you ever consider going in-house?
I mean, we've all considered it, haven't we? Well, let's be real. If you said you haven't considered it, you just...
I haven't.
Lying. Yeah, you haven't, mate. No, you would never do that, would you?
Nah.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't.
I'm a Christian, bro.
Good.
I'm a Christian. It's against
it's
against the Bible.
Good man. No, I don't. I think. So I can get quite. I can answer this like one of two ways. I can give you the short answer. I can give you a bit longer answer. It depends how much you want.
Answer.
As you can probably tell by speaking to me, and as I've mentioned before, bodybuilding is a very big part of my life, and I love it, but it's not my whole life. I think if you want to make the step to performance enhancing drugs, it has to be your whole life. I don't think you can. I think this is the issue of, not to say new Drew, but like younger people potentially taking PEDs like quite prematurely.
Yeah.
Like, I can't at this stage of my life look at PEDs and say, me taking them, if I go into my life 50 years, am I going to be happy with that decision? I can't say that because I don't know what I will value in life at that point. I don't know what kind of goals I want. My goals are going to change. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, will I love to do amazing in bodybuilding? Yes. And do I think I can do pretty well in bodybuilding? Yeah. Like, sure. Natural bodybuilding, sure. If I was to go enhanced, I could probably do pretty well in enhanced bodybuilding, just based on shape, genetics, all that stuff. But it's not my whole life, and for me personally, to make that step, it would have to be like my sole existence, and it's frankly not. So,
yeah, it's a very, very level-headed and mature way of looking at it.
Yeah. It has to be everything, like, to you. Because once you do that, you're committing to that for your life. Like, you're going to have to use exogenous testosterone for the rest of your life. Like, I know 99% of people end up, of bodybuilders, end up using it anyway past the age of, like, 35, just as TRT, to stay on top of things. But it's just something you're committing to, where you want to pin yourself in your side up until you die, pretty much. So it is something, that is a cool way to think about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it's such a person-dependent decision as well. Like, I'm more so lean towards Gabe's outlook on it, but also I have so much admiration for Drew's outlook on the fact that he loves it. It's everything that he wants to do, and he's also got the potential to pursue it to a very high level, and he has the knowledge behind it as well. Like, there's admiration in that he's willing to take that kind of jump that a lot of people want to but are scared to. So, like, it's one of those things. It's person dependent, and even though I'm again someone that's going to be staying natural for the foreseeable, it's
for the next like year or so.
Well, until I get my blood test again,
and it's still you're up to 5 nanomals now.
My test is still 4.2 nanomole. Yeah, then I'm cooked. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But Mr. Gabriel is staying El Natural, which is good to hear. It's Good to hear.
Yeah,
You would,
it's
you
good.
would look fucking sick on gear though.
You would, bro.
You know, Josh,
You would.
Josh always says this to me. Like, I remember loads of people say this to me, like, just from the shape and stuff, and the way my muscles are super full already. But and I just want to preface this by saying, like, nothing against anyone who chooses to hop on gear at any age. Like, it for me, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
something
their
I look.
own.
It's not something I look at and think, oh, what a stupid decision. I look at it more as in everyone's so individual, but I do think it's easy to get wrapped up in actually not following who you are as an individual and actually just following a crowd of people you want to be like. I think sorry to get deep, if you really look to take gear, I think you have to really look intrinsically and think to yourself, right? Like,
yeah, you have to do
is
it because
this me?
you want. Yeah, you as an individual want to do that, not because it's cool, not because your friends are doing it, not because anything else. Apart from, do you want to do that? Because it's a big step, and it means literally 4 blood tests a year, if not more, yearly ECGs, daily, if not quad weekly pins. Like, do you want to do that? That's a lot. Like, it's a lot. But someone that really does want to do it, then there it is.
Sheesh, there we are. Not so basically, guys. You gotta really do some soul searching. The intro.
You gotta fucking love it, guys. You gotta fucking love it.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
You just gotta love it.
Sorry, I fucked it.
Is that catching yet? Is that catching
bro,
yet?
it's catching, bro.
It's in my household, mate. It's in my household. Mum's saying it every now and again. Yeah, I've got mum saying it.
Come on, Mumsy.
Fuck.
Come on. Mate, I was at the MBW show. Fucking who said it to me? Can't remember. Butcher. I was in the pump up room and like I hit him most muscular. He's like, bro, you just gotta love it. And I was like, yeah. Hey, it's catching on. Everyone's joining the wave. But right, I've got some questions I want to ask you, Gabe. That I've kind of got a list here. Just some of them we might have covered a little bit already, just from like general chit chat and just kind of touching on bases. But I'll see. We'll dive into them now and kind of see where we can go. So, first question is, what was the kind of like mindset and how did it feel going into PCA Natty finals and getting the win after coming second the day before in the regional? What was the protocol? Obviously, you've told me a little bit about this already, but like, what was the protocol? Where was your head at? What was the kind of the emotions, obviously coming from the second and then going and actually winning the finals? Just give me, Drew, and obviously the people that are listening a bit of an insight into kind of how that whole experience was, because that's something that not a lot of people will go through. And it's a very cool thing to do. So
it's probably one of the best weekends of my life, to be fair. That weekend, that was fucking sick. Just did exactly what Tim said he was going to do. So Tim can probably tell the story better than me, but essentially, Tim told me we're not peaking for the first day, so didn't manipulate fluids, didn't really manipulate salt. Had a few peak max the night before, but didn't directly manipulate stuff in that regard, so we could peak for the Sunday. Now, what's going through your head at that point, and this is something I was speaking to Dylan about, who also became British champion the same day as me. We were in the overall together. Another person I came quite close to on prep, another one of Tim's clients. I'm sure you all know Dylan. So being in the overall of him on the first ever PCA Naturals final was fucking sick. Just posing next to him. But in terms of the actual protocol, we were messaging and we were like, well, there's no guarantee we're going to qualify for finals here. Like, Tim's not peaking us, saying, oh, we'll peak for Sunday. Well, who says we're going to be there Sunday? Like, all it takes for us is not to place in the top 3. And, we won't be on Sunday. But then we turn up on Saturday, come second, to a very good competitor. I don't actually know his name, but he was good. Came second then, and we were both going up to the to get tested, and we were both speaking to each other, basically about the next day. He was like, "Oh, you coming back tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow." And I just certainly asked him, I was like, "Oh, did you peak for the show?" And he was like, "Yeah, we peaked pretty hard for this one." So in the back of my mind, I was already knowing, like, right, okay, we got some room to play with here. Because the thing with me is, I'm very mediocre until I'm on, and when I'm on, it's like, okay, like I kind of got a physique that kind of captures your attention on stage, especially the way Tim, glazes me, and this is something I think I can only commend him and Megan for. The amount of attention and I know Finn does this as well with all his guys. The amount of attention they pay to your skin and how much of a difference that makes on stage when no one else is doing it is like night and day. So he noticed on the Saturday that PCA weren't really glazing us properly. So he went out of his way, got up at like ridiculous o'clock, went to Tesco's, bought some glaze for all his clients, especially me apparently, me and Summer, his other client, because we would look way better glaze. Glazed us properly, and on the Saturday night we actually, peaked properly, manipulated sodium fluid, peak max, all that stuff. Kept chucking squares bars at me until I was basically full as fuck, and added an extra gram of salt into my pre-stage meal, and then I went on stage and just like, as soon as I walked out, like I hate to say this, but like I knew I'd won. Like,
mate, you had so much confidence, bro. Like, I remember. Sorry to cut in front of you. But, like, I remember watching you because I watched you on both days because your class was always after mine.
Yeah.
So, and like I remember when you came out at finals, I think it was the combination of obviously how you looked, but also like I think subconsciously knowing you peaked for it. You just had a bit more oomph when you were on stage. Like, mate, you hit the first like front relax, and you were like nodding at the judges, like, yeah, I'm in this shit. Like you could tell like your stage presence in the finals was so much more prominent than it was the day before.
Yeah, well, so another thing was that Pat guy who's now an IFBB pro, so he turned up to a show. And everyone was telling me, and it made me sound some kind of way, but like it just shows the confidence Tim gives his clients, and the way you feel when you're getting peaked by Tim with how meticulous he is and how much detail he pays to you. Like, it didn't matter. People were coming up to me saying, "Oh, like Pat's in the show, like like good luck" type of thing. Like, "Oh well,
yeah,
it was good while it lasted." Because no one really knew he was showing up, but I didn't really feel scared. Like, I didn't feel any type of, like, fear. I just felt confident. And I still thought, like, backstage, I was, like, probably in the running for at least the top two. I thought Pat, could probably beat me. He actually ended up becoming third. He's amazing, obviously. Got his IFBB Pro card recently. But, yeah, basically, that experience was probably the most emotional experience of my life. Like, I was so close to crying when they announced me on first. If you watch the video of me on my Instagram, you can actually, I think you can pull it up on the PCA wrap-up page. But I'm literally like wobbling side to side because I'm just like, I know what's coming. And I think once you've worked so hard, like to get there, like, I mean, I cried for 20 minutes off stage. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. Yeah, if you go through, it's the PCA wrap-up post. If you go, not this post, but if you go,
I can do it. Let me go back. Where
so it is that one. So go up next to the one in the red hoodie. Next to the one in the red hoodie. That one there. Yeah. That photo is sick, by the way. Yeah, I'm literally about to bawl my eyes out.
Is that Tim? Is this Tim here?
No, that's like the videographer, I think. If he wasn't in the way, that would be so much colder, but, move.
You look fucking nailed, bro. Like,
yeah, that's a cool photo.
Bro was peaked.
Yeah, bro was peaked.
You can
seriously
tell
on.
Like, holding back.
Seriously on. But it was like, I mean, I come off stage and I see Chloe, and I just like instantly like break down in tears she's like so happy for you. I'm just like seeing like start crying my eyes out. I think because how much you work, you kind of bury yourself in the sand a bit once you get to that point in prep. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know you guys prep. I'm not sure how hard you had to dig, but being completely transparent, I think anyone who knows me and Tim knows, we had to dig pretty hard, and it was. I hate saying that because like, everyone has to dig hard. It's bodybuilding prep. Like, nothing's just given to you. No matter your genetics, no matter like if you're on low steps, being shredded feels like being shredded. But I can hand on heart say we pushed pretty hard, and like it was just very emotional by the end of it because of how much work it took. Yeah, especially when you kind of feel like you owe it to the people around you. Not that you should feel like that, but you kind of feel like you do owe it to the people around you when your girlfriend's given so much. Like, I always say, like, the trophies are as much hers as they are mine because, I mean, she gave everything this prep as well. Like, her boyfriend turned into a zombie. She didn't have a boyfriend for half a year.
Me and Drew's missus both left us.
Oh, no. No.
So we can't relate.
I think that just means we must have been digging hard. I think that's
digging harder than me, mate. What am I talking about? I had it easy.
They weren't the one. It just means they weren't the one because
as
Gabe has just proved, the real ones will stay by your side.
I mean, yeah, me and Chloe have been through a lot. To be fair, we've done long distance, done different unis, done lockdown together. Didn't go on our first date till like 6 months into our relationship. So we just started going out, and then lockdown hit.
Yeah.
So
you've been together for a long, long time, then.
Been together since I was 17, mate. So yeah. Well, it was actually our 5-year anniversary like a week ago.
Oh, is that when you were out eating
in Manchester? Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Mate,
unreal, Scrag.
Okay, what was when you said that you had to dig hard? What was your intake and output in like your hardest weeks? What was some of the numbers?
I'll just take you through what a day looked like for like I think it was 2 months. It was like wake up at 6, check in with Tim. Tim would go, okay, yeah, we'll keep digging. He'd up the cardio, or pull food or something like that, like he needed to. So, like obviously, I've said that so weirdly. I was kind of trying to be funny, but it didn't really come out very funny. No one's laughing. Anyway.
Tumbleweed moment.
Yeah, just move on. No, so wake up at 6. Then it was checking with Tim, prep all my meals, go to the gym, train. I train fasted, so I'm just training with intra. So it's 20 grams of carbs, 20 grams of EAAs, gram of salt, and some like electrolytes. So I train on that. I'd come home, I'd have my post-workout meal, which by the end of prep was like, I think it was like 40 cream of rice, 50 grams of whey, and 100 raspberries and a gram of salt. Then I'd do as much cardio on the bike as I could fit in before I had to have my next meal and get ready for my 9-hour shift in retail until 9 p.m. So then I'd do that. So I'd have my second meal, which would be, I think by the end of prep it was 150 grams uncooked chicken and 100 tomatoes and a gram of salt. Then at work it was like 150 grams of potatoes, I think, and 170 grams of beef mince, 5% beef mince, and 2 grams of salt. And then I'd come home after at 9 p.m. I'd do another between 10 and 20 minutes of cardio, depending how much I could fit in that day in the morning. And getting my heart rate up at that time of the night, once you've done all that steps at work, all those going up with lads at work, because I do stock as well. Getting my heart rate up, like I was genuinely like nearly crying on the bike because it hurts so much. Because I don't want to be having caffeine at 9 p.m. to get my heart rate up. So I'm literally like, it feels like my legs are bleeding, like they're in that much pain. And I'm not exaggerating, like it was brutal. And like I'm literally, to get my heart rate up, I'm having to like it sounds weird, but I'm having to like control my breathing so much, like breathe in, breathe out, but like really fast to just try to get my heart up as fast as possible. I also wouldn't let myself start my cardio until my heart rate was in that zone. So cardio would be like extended, and I'd always hate it because I'd get home from work and I'd be like, well, I've got cardio to do, I've got this amount of minutes. But it's not going to be this amount of minutes because it's going to take me 7 minutes to get my heart rate up. And I'm not going to allow myself to let that drop, because if I let that drop, then someone's worked harder than me. And that just can't happen. So I wouldn't let that happen. Yeah. Then I'd go to bed, then I'd finish that. I'd literally jump in the shower. I'd have my oats, which was like 80 grams of oats. I think it was like 10 grams of dark chocolate, 150 grams of berries, and 50 grams of whey. And then that would be me. So calories was like, I think it got down to 1,600 on a training day, 1,400 on a rest day, 12k steps. And then cardio was at, I think it was...
Just at maximum. As much as you can do. Please, mate.
Shall I try find it quickly?
You can do. Yeah, anyway, it sounds like that oats... Well, I know by your story.
Yeah, that oatmeal was like crack.
That oatmeal was like the holy grail.
I used to it was brutal, mate. Like, it was, I mean, I'm not sure how that compares to you guys, but it felt pretty hard to me. And it was like...
got pretty low. Well, my food got pretty low, yeah. I think the lowest my food got was 1,700.
Yeah, you were 17 rest day, and I was 18 rest day.
Yeah.
If I recall. I think it was something like that.
Also, we got to remember, like, Gabe, your body weight on stage is quite light, right? Compared to, like, my body weight on stage is quite heavy.
Fuck.
Oh, we're back. He's back.
We're back.
Oh, mate.
Look at him.
Yeah, like, on stage, I was, like, 77.
77?
Yeah. On stage, like, morning of 75 and a half.
Yeah.
What were you?
I was like...
Yeah, I was...
Well, morning of MBW, I was 80.0.
I can do pounds. I don't know
if
that helps.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find my cardio setup. Pounds, I was like 139. So lighter than most bikini girls.
That's light, bro.
63 kilo, yeah.
So I've got
No wonder it was a fucking... No wonder it was a slog to get your heart rate up.
Yeah,
bro, trust me. No, and so and yeah, I've got like £30 to put onto the classic cap, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Not £30, sorry, that's being stupid. It's like, no, how much is it? It might be £30.
For what? Like the natural classic?
I'm 174 centimeters, so no, it will be like £30.
So that's like...
It's your height in centimeters minus 100.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah, for the UKDFBA anyway.
UKDFBA, they've added 2 kilo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I've got even more.
Your cap would be 76 kg, mate. So you've got 13 kilo to play with. That's almost like 20 pounds. No.
Yeah, it is like your height in centimeters.
Is it? No.
Minus 100 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd
be 76.
Yeah.
So he's got 13 kilo, which is like 30 pounds, yeah, more or less.
Yeah. So that's a lot.
Yeah, bro. It was like...
That's a lot.
So, here's my cardio, sorry. It was 5 times 45 minutes, I think. Yeah, I think that was as high as it
That's
got.
heavy.
5 times 45 minutes, 12k steps, and yeah, so pretty rough.
To be fair, my cardio in my pre-prep got up to similar to that. Like, I got to 5 times 40 in my pre-prep, but I was a fat bastard. I was a fat bastard before my pre-prep.
Yeah,
I think
it's true.
I think, and it's not taking anything away from you, like pre-prep, like it's a bit easier to do the cardio because like you've got the lack of fatigue from just prep being prep.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
bro,
cardio's
100%.
not that big a deal when you've got the energy to do it. It's when you've got so much
Yeah,
other shit to do.
100%.
It's rough.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
100%, bro. Right, next question. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, what's the next question? Because I've waffled on there for like a long time.
Next question we have. This is another question. Well, all of these questions are for myself. So,
Yeah, please. I love your questions.
do you think that winning the British title has affected how you are going to approach your off season? And what I mean by that is, do you think it's affected you mentally in the sense that you're like, I've got pressure now to like really like fucking nail my off season? I know you're someone that nails things anyway, but like, do you think winning that British title has put any pressure or impacted your kind of outlook into the off season at all?
No. Like, at the end of the day, being brutally honest, no one actually cares that I'm British champion. I mean, it would be. I mean, yeah. Thank you.
Bro, that's why you're on here, bro. That's why you're on the pod, because we care.
means a lot, guys. Everyone says we don't care. No, I mean, what I mean by that is, it's the classic thing of win your pro card, nothing changes. Win a PCA British title, I've still got the same outlook on life, still the same person. I've just got a nice little medal, and like, look, man,
and some aura.
And yeah, crazy aura, as everyone knows. Yeah. The guy with the most aura. Crazy aura. No, nothing changes really. It's just more how do I put this? Winning the title didn't mean anything to me, really. Like, it did, but what meant something to me was the work I put in getting recognised by like an external body. Because it's easy for someone to congratulate you when they know the work you've put in. When it's a random unanimous set of judges on a table, and they look at a group of people and say, you're good.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't matter, we don't know anything about you, we don't know how hard you worked, nothing. They just pick you. That's like a feeling like, okay, like I belong here. Like, I don't not belong. I belong in the sport. And like, the off season was always going to be the same for me. The off season for me is about bodybuilding, yes, and it's making those improvements to my shit back, my terrible back. But it's about the off season more for me is about, finding that balance again between my life and bodybuilding. Last off season was so locked in to the point where it was just prep. I'd never even prepped before. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, some people live like this year round, and that's fine, but being true to myself, that's not me. So it's about being a bit more relaxed with things, focusing on other areas of my life I've kind of neglected and like buried my head in the sand a bit through bodybuilding, because it's kind of like the one thing I was good at. And I think, that's cool, but ultimately you got to address the things outside of bodybuilding that, you can't just keep putting plasters over things.
There is a lot outside of bodybuilding.
They're always going to be there. These things need to fix. So let's fix those. Let's give back to the people like Chloe who have like given so much. And even in the off season, I mean, like, I wouldn't try a bit of her food. I would not stay up late with her. I would not go out. We have an off plan this day. It's all dictated by me. Very selfish. And, like, it was all with this goal in mind. And I think that's why there was so much pressure on myself to kind of do well in these shows, because when it got into prep and it was actually like, okay, like, there is no off plan for Chloe to kind of look forward to together, or any like normal social time, because I'm so consumed with bodybuilding, with how much I had to do at the end. And I'm not saying all we did was eat food, but you know how it is. You're not the same person. You're not like that guy anymore. You have no energy to do anything. You don't want to go bowling. You don't want to go play mini golf. If you do want to go play mini golf, you're not the same person. You're dragging yourself through a conversation. That's going to make them feel pretty shit. Yeah. Like, this is my boyfriend of 4 years, but I feel like I'm talking to a fucking wall. Like, the amount she's had to put up with, and like, it's about, ultimately, she is the most important thing to me. She is far above bodybuilding. Like, if bodybuilding's here, she's up here. Like, that type of thing. So, it's about us kind of getting things sorted as much as it is making these improvements to me as a bodybuilder. It's about making improvements to me as a person. So, the way I approach the off-season is about, like, yeah, we're going to have some fun making progress. We're going to have some fun making memories of Chloe. We're going to have some fun, building outside of my life. And then when I do come back to stage, I'll be in a far better position to prep. And I mean, regardless, I did well this prep for everything going on. So, I mean, next time, potential's still going to be there. Potential's not going anywhere. I'm just going to get better. I'm not in a rush.
It will only get better.
I'm not in a rush to, like, be a pro. Like, stage is always going to be there. So when the time's right, I'll be back. And there's no rush to be off-season. It's not like... I'm not one of these guys who steps off stage and it's like, right, 10 pounds of muscle now. It's like, we'll just put that on, slow and steady. And that's the best way to be. No, there's no pressure on me.
Okay. Based off what you just said then, where have you and Tim discussed a year that you want to come back to stage, or is it kind of just like, we'll see?
Not really been a timeline discussed at all, really. Just kind of like, in my head, the earliest, and this is the very earliest I'd want to come back, would be 2027. I'm not asked about being a junior, obviously, like, sack that off.
Well,
and it's
I
like,
mean, you just go for this year, it doesn't matter for you.
Yeah, so classic is kind of my calling, so... And I mean, I've got a lot of tissue I can put on. Like, far more than you can put on in a year, or even 2 years. So, why am I in a rush? I mean, just to go back into a prep where my hormones are going to get fucked again, like, second year on the bounce, I don't see the point, personally. Like, I love bodybuilding, but don't love how I felt on bodybuilding.
Also, 90% of bodybuilding is the off season and is growing.
Yeah, exactly.
Prep is in terms of the grand scheme of things, prep is only a small part of prep. Well, it's for naturals, it's 33% if you're doing it once every 3 years, or once every however many years. Like, so if you love bodybuilding, you should spend a good amount of time actually training and doing what bodybuilding is all about, which is training, eating, growing, improving, pursuing all of that. So yeah, I think I'm looking at 2027, maybe 2028, depending on how the off season goes, but we'll see.
Can I speak actually? I forgot to touch on something. In the off season, the actual goal for me was to. So I set myself this goal. I kind of forgot to touch on this. I mentioned it briefly in my Instagram, but is to like improve, and you mentioned it as well today, Ed, is keep a standard of training I'm happy with, and to not let that slip kind of thing, because I definitely let that slip last off season. It was just bullying up weight, and the reps looked like absolute shit, and
same.
Like, I built muscle.
I think we all do.
And I think everyone kind of reached that point where it's just like, enough is enough, and I'm trying to make a return back to kind of how bodybuilding used to be, which was, push as much blood around as possible into those muscles, direct those nutrients to those muscles, and actually rely on that side of training a lot more, see how that works, opposed to just like logbooking. So I haven't been logbooking for like a few weeks now. I've only just recreated a kind of logbook section on my notes section on my phone, just more so for a case of I remember what I did last week. But the idea is still the same. Focus a lot more on feel rather than just pushing numbers up, for me personally. And that's not something that I've discussed with Tim. That's something I've just kind of taken on my own accord. So it's not like something he's told me to do. It's just like something I want to experiment with myself.
Nice. Right, I've only got one more question left. We're coming up to the hour mark, so we'll finish off with this kind of last question. And it's basically like two questions in one. But I can kind of ask this. We can all answer this, but I'll pose it towards you first. So it's two questions in one. So the first question is like, how has the post prep phase been in terms of how have you handled it mentally, emotionally, physically, nutritionally? And then the kind of the subgenre of that question is, what's the favorite food you've ate post prep? Please tell me in grand detail.
I want textures, I want flavors, I want contents, I want everything.
I want it all.
Oh, I can give you guys stories, man. I've got
We'll keep it relatively brief.
So Tim,
it's almost my bed.
If you're listening, Tim, just click off, mate. Like, it's fine, bro. No, in all seriousness,
Sure, he's not listening.
In all seriousness, I'll take you from.
Tim's not listening to this.
No, Tim ain't got time for that.
Nah.
He's too busy peaking half the country and other countries. But I'll take you from like when I stepped off stage at the MBW. So when I stepped off stage at the MBW, I literally had a box of M&S grapes, green grapes, the really crunchy ones, and 3 litres of water drenched in Naughty Boy cherry mango hydration. And that's all I had.
Wow.
Until...
God, no, you really pushed the boat out with that.
Just wait. I actually had a Satsuma as well, and a kiwi. Because I missed kiwis a bit too much.
Steady on, mate. Steady on.
I had a kiwi, just to, calm down.
You must have split. You must have.
Mate, you should have seen me after that bloat lord. I had a Pepsi Max as well. So that was quite cool. No, so...
Pepsi Max is too far. Pepsi Max is way too far.
And that's when we saw the boat tip into spilling territory. So that was all I had until I got home. Then I got home, gave Chloe like her presents for being such an amazing person on prep, and then we went out for our first date night of like ages. Well, obviously since the start of prep, went to Rudy's. I'm sure you know Rudy's, like pizza place. Had a pizza and we shared like a garlic bread or something, and then came back.
What pizza did you get?
I got she gets a Romagnola. I don't know how the fuck the Italians say it, and I got it's got like andouja, pepperoni on it, and we split them, and then we get a marinara, which is just a pizza with like just tomato puree on, tomato sauce, and we share that as well. Garlic aioli, chili honey, beautiful. And they actually had the regional manager as well, so they were just giving us free drinks all night for some reason, so that was sick.
Oh, fuck it.
So that was unreal. And then came back, my sister, who's like a baker, made me this massive brookie, Nutella stuffed brookie tray, topped with like Biscoff, Reese's cups. Let me bro, just wait. So I had about 4 of them. Like, it must have totaled to, like, so I had a bottle of whipped cream next to me, and I was just, like, putting on every bite. And that was genuinely unreal. But then, I woke up the next morning, weighed in, obviously, and I'd only gone up by about, I think it was 0.2 of a pound. So then, me and Chloe went into York City Centre. Yeah, so we went into York City Centre, mate, it just says how fucked I was. Went into York City Centre, we tried those M&S gingerbread and white chocolate cookies, had a what are they called? A little biscuit thing, a macaron, French macaron from this little place in York Shambles Market. I was banging.
Is it macaroon or macaron?
I don't know actually. Either way.
I think your audio's fucked, or maybe it's only on my screen. Can you hear Drew's audio
it's
as well?
fucked on mine as well.
Yeah, you're really like fuzzy, mate.
Really?
But yeah, stop speaking. Actually, I'll just mute you. Oh yeah, lush.
Yeah, they were banging. So I had that. Then kind of what I wanted was on my Sunday was have like a board game night with my family. So did that, board games, some Thai food. Just made myself some extra prawns for more protein, and my mum made some homemade cinnamon rolls with like. Because I love cinnamon rolls. That's like my weakness. So I had some of them. Had another brookie, and that was me done for the weekend. And then didn't have anything else until we went to Manchester. Managed to build my food back up to about 3.4k on a training day, and like 3.1 on a rest day, which is sick. No cardio in as of yet, and just 12k steps. And that's just kind of held because obviously I put on some decent weight after being in Manchester. Not decent weight. I think I'm like 8 pounds up from the MBW, so it's not horrendous. And it's sound. So gonna go for my next off-plan meal. I think this weekend with Chloe, which would be nice. But before I get into what the best thing I had since leaving prep, you boys tell me what you had, because I'm intrigued. Well, what the best thing you had was. I'm sure you had loads.
Drew, I'm muting you, bro. Your audio is cut. I'm putting you on the naughty step until you sort out your audio, because that is awful.
Time out for you, pal.
Time out for you, buddy. Right, okay.
Sin bin for this guy.
Yeah, that's a straight dismissal. Right, so best thing. Well, I actually went to London this weekend, and I did push the boat out a little bit. I went to this burger spot called Burger and Beyond.
Heard of it
in Soho.
Heard of it,
mate. It's
seen on my timeline,
bro. It's ridiculous. Let me bring up their IG now.
Right, Finn, don't listen to this. Finn,
I've already told Finn.
No. But boys, go to a place if you haven't been before called Almost Famous. Just go.
Almost Famous, yeah.
And thank me later. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, you need to go to Burger and Beyond, mate.
Should we all go?
I'll show you this.
Now, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyone fancy it? Yeah,
mate,
trains are still running.
Look at this shit now. Ready? Okay, you're better. You're so much better now.
Yeah, you're good, but it'd still be good if you just stayed quiet, though.
Yeah, just keep it down over there, Drew, alright? Keep it down, buddy.
Audio sound, mate, but just stay quiet, pal.
Mate, look at this now.
Is that AI?
Look at this. Look. Mate, you think it's AI, mate. Look.
That has to be AI. That's my mate ChatGPT in the kitchen. No way.
Mate, I'm telling you now, absolute joke of a burger. Probably, genuinely, probably the best burger I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of burgers.
Oh God. Okay.
So that was probably my best. But actually, the porter pizza we had immediately post prep was fucking ridiculous.
Where do you get the pizza from?
So it's a place called Porter Pizza.
Where is it? Postcode, please.
It's in Sheffield.
Okay.
So we went straight there after the MBW. Mate, Porter Pizza is a joke. Get the hot honey. Type in Porter Pizza code on Instagram. Parlour 4 was ridiculous, but I think Porter Pizza was better. But also we've got stone.
It looks good.
We've got stone attacks on Parlour 4 because we were high when we ate it. That influences taste buds so heavily.
Oh. Anyone pushed the boat out? Sorry. Anyone pushed the boat out to a Domino's yet?
Drew has, yeah.
Good. Good man. Good man. I think when Stranger Things drops, yeah, do it, mate. When Stranger Things drops, I'm ordering one of them. I think, I can't lie. Might have to be done. But the thing is, I actually want to touch on this as well, if you don't mind. And because we were having a conversation about this, Ed. Off plans, it does. I think there's a lot of unnecessary stress created with them, as long as you know you can handle getting back on plan properly. Ultimately, if you just have that balance between having an off-plan meal, but knowing the next day comes around, you're not shoving an extra 12 cookies in the microwave, and you're just back on your chicken and rice, beef and potatoes. Yeah. I think I feel massively guilty having an off-plan. I'll be real, so real.
We have eating disorders, bro.
It fills me with guilt. I'm having an off plan with Chloe. I've said to her we'll go to Christmas markets, get something nice, and then we'll make homemade burgers or something. So not even bad, is it? But this is not saying anything bad about about anyone, but I feel almost guilt in a weird way, telling people I'm going to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's me being very vulnerable.
Do you ever feel like you ever have to justify it before you do it? You're almost justifying it to yourself, because me and Drew were doing that so much in Marbella.
Hmm.
Yeah, we would be like, like it's okay that we go for if we go for pizza tonight because we're gonna get steps in and like it's fine
Yeah.
because like just eat the pizza, man, and shut the fuck up.
I've
It's okay.
It's so bad. I think the issue comes like you said when you try to justify it. And I think this is another thing like how I want to handle the off season is just be a bit more relaxed with everything, like every aspect. Not that saying I'm gonna get fat and slip up or anything like that, but I just want to be like more of a that everyone's like normal. It's not a normal. Normal is very individual, but more of a normal person. I
Yeah,
don't know how to word it
yeah.
without
I've
offending
said it. I've
someone.
said it. Yeah, I've said it before. It's like you come out of prep, but you still have your prep mindset that's been molded and built into you for the last 9 months or 10 months or 2 years or however long it is. That like mindset and mentality that has been built into you doesn't just go as soon as prep ends. Like
Yeah,
when it comes to eating an off-plan meal, you've been so conditioned to not eating them and how that's wrong and how that's going to derail your progress and everything. When it comes to actually, I am allowed to actually eat one now. You do have conflict within yourself, even if you don't need to. It's subconscious.
yeah.
It just happens.
I think that's hard for the people around you to watch as well because
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
massive.
see it as much externally to yourself when you're making these justifications. But if you speak to
Mate,
people around you when you're having these off plans and you ask them genuinely, like, how have I been sounding up leading up to his off plan? They'll be like, yeah, mate, so you've basically justified it to me 20 times by having this slice of pizza and said that,
mate.
you know, you've trained really fucking hard this week. Like, we like, it's a bit sad. Like, I just think, look, and I fear a bit for this next generation of bodybuilders. And it's that I'm probably going to raise a lot of feathers of this, but like, a lot of you lot are going to live this bodybuilder life where you might have to cut this out. I might not want this in, but we'll see where it goes. You're gonna get to like 60. You're gonna not be able to do the things you once were when you were younger. You know, make the memories. A lot of you aren't even gonna go pro. A lot of you aren't even gonna win a show. A lot of you, and that's not saying that's the reason you have to do it. But if we're being real, we do this because we want to chase. Everyone gets in the bodybuilder wants to chase that feeling of winning, whether that's some internal thought of winning, whether that's a medal, whether that's, you know, praise from others, and that's all well and good. But if you dig yourself and bury your head in the sand so much that bodybuilding is the only thing in your life, and that's not me saying food is this amazing thing, but like I'm talking about experiences, you might not go to go ape with your family because you've got to get your steps in, or it's gonna impact your recovery capabilities, or because you can't get all your meals in
Yeah,
that day. You know, these are the things you're gonna look back on when you're 60 and be like, I should have fucking done that. Like I look back on, I'm 22. I look back on things I avoided with Chloe and think, fucking hell, like, did I really need to train that day? Would it really have made a difference? No, would it? Fuck. Like,
yeah,
I know we talk about
100%.
like things that compound, and every little bit compounds to make this package on stage. Yeah, it does. But the biggest thing I've learned from people older than me is that the biggest compounding variable is just not stopping. If you don't stop training, don't stop eating relatively well, don't stop doing some form of aerobic exercise to keep your heart in check. As long as you don't do those things over time and the graph's a bit like up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, it's really good here, but it's a bit drops off here. But on average, we're sitting here nice and like in the middle. You're going to make a lot of progress. Let those
Yeah.
finer details, leave that to the people who are making money from this sport, in my opinion.
That's
And
I was saying this to my mate when I was in London. Like I'm not getting paid to do this, and like he was like I was justifying like having this burger, and obviously he doesn't bodybuild. He doesn't
yeah,
like he's like a rugby player. He was literally looking at me like, and he was like, Ed, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, like because he doesn't get it, because he doesn't bodybuild. Like when I was with Drew in Marbella, we'd both be justifying it to each other, and that was almost making it worse. But it was in London when I was with Gassy. He was just like, "Shut the fuck up! Like, what are you doing?" And then we were talking about it, and I was like, "The people that normally do the best are the ones that are just 80% sound, but 100% of the time, rather than 100% sound, but only do it for 3 years because they burn out and they start to resent the sport."
I just want to pre-fit. Yeah.
Mic drop. Should we end the poddy there?
Hold on, mate. I just want to preface this by. I just want to say one more thing. One more thing before we leave. I just want to say, like, when I say that, I think the reasons that might rustle some feathers is because people interpret me saying that as in, if you do live your life 100% a bodybuilder, that I'm looking at you like, oh, you're a bit of a loser. It's not that at all. If you do that and you're 100%, yeah, I fucking hate you lot. You fucking idiots. I'm joking, guys. Please don't kill me. Don't come for me. No, I'm just saying, like, if you do that, just make sure that's what you truly love, because you only get one life. Make sure what you're doing in life is what you truly love, like, and if you truly love what you're doing, like, then there's no issues to be had. The issues come when, you know, you've given everything to this one aspect of your life that you're never going to get back, because you don't have two lives, unfortunately. And you look back and you think, fuck, like, I missed the boat there a little bit. Whereas you can have so much of this life in bodybuilding. You can have so much of this life outside of bodybuilding. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. Like on a prep, yeah, they got to get pretty mutually exclusive. And leading back, as might as well segue back into what you said about the off-season. What's my goal for the off-season? Well, it's to have that balance more, kind of, pens going everywhere. Have that balance more, and like kind of, I guess, water the other parts of my life equally as much as I've watered bodybuilding for the last however long. So, yeah, that's what I got to say. I don't hate any of you guys who, you know, live bodybuilding to its fullest extent and, you know, don't miss a single beat every single day. It's just not for me, and that's the truth. And I think there's a lot of people like me out.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Exactly, and I think there's a lot of people out there like me who maybe feel like they can't say that because it's to be looked down on in this day and age, when in reality, you know, your life is your life. Don't let someone tell you that you have to live it a certain way. Just do it how you want to do it, and you'll do pretty well if you have that mindset, I think. So, yeah, that's my 2 pence.
Damn straight. If you're doing what you love, then what anyone else says doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Too fucking right.
Right. I think we're going to wrap it up there, because we're coming to... It's almost 9:30, mate. It's bedtime.
Oh, I will not be recovered optimally for tomorrow.
I know. How am I... Well, to be honest, I am up at 5 to train, so... How am I ever going to train well? Yes, sir. I am. Well, that's been a very, very, very good podcast, and we've thoroughly enjoyed having you on, Gabe. It's been awesome. We've covered a lot of topics, got really good insight into your... Oh, go on.
No, I just wanted to... No, what was that? Sorry, mate, I've completely forgot what I want to say. That's terrible for me.
Oh, Bro just jumped in the middle of my outro.
Continue.
Say nothing.
Sorry.
Bro bad. Came in here, I was like, bro, you know what? Don't worry. Disrupt my whole flow.
Sorry, bro.
Nah, it's all good, brother.
I'll just drink my water and shut up.
Yeah, sin bin, mate. Sin bin. Keep it down over there.
Time out.
But yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed listening. Hope you enjoyed having Gabe on as a guest. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next podcast. Hope you took some valuable insight from today's video, today's episode, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys.